Hello, welcome, all my beautiful vibrant hearts and ephemeral souls who are Leo sons of big Leo placements, or people who are cross watchers for Leo. Welcome to your month ahead messages, looking at the month of March 2026. I hope that you had a wonderful February. What we're going to do today is we're going to use the oracle cards to pull your overarching theme for the month ahead. Then we'll clarify using the tarot for further details and messages. Just the way I'm doing the opening here, some of you guys are like in this place this month of just like winging something, especially a project or presentation. I actually don't think that's gonna go, like, that's not a bad strategy. I don't know if it will work, but it's not a bad strategy, because I feel like you're getting outside how you normally do things, and that's valuable. 12th house with surrender. Okay, some of you also, I have an itchy shoulder. Some of you, Leo falls in your 12th house. Some of you have sun in the 12th house. But, sorry, I have an itchy shoulder, you guys. It's just so itchy. I can't not scratch it. Sorry. Yeah, you guys are like being very, I feel like you're surrendering some version of yourself. Sun in the 12th house can represent somebody who doesn't know who they are. They almost have like multiple like facades or faces because they're unclear about who they truly are, right? And I'm not saying that has to be you guys, but I almost feel like there's something where you guys are surrendering some version of yourself that it's not necessarily false, but it's not always the most accurate or the most true. You guys are kind of like, yeah, whatever. You guys are just like not giving a shit. If you have ever seen Office Space, this is giving an Office Space vibe. I'm like, okay, but I actually think it's like the vibe. I don't know if you guys have been stressing out about something. I'm getting the word fretting something. But it is, you guys are just deciding not to give a shit this month. I like it, honestly. The moon. With your feelings. Instinct, nurturing, gut reactions, comfort, digestion, home, family, conditioning, habits, femininity, lineage, privacy, embodiment, emotions, sustenance, self-soothing, moods, and mother. I'm very drawn into gut reactions, conditioning, and privacy. Okay, so for you guys, something that I feel like is taking place is that you might be unpacking some difficult feelings, but this is going to be a month where you are going to get an opportunity to take a deeper look at some sort of like conditioned responses or behaviors that have a lot to do with privacy here, with it could literally be with privacy, but with how open you are or are not, right? The moon represents, yes, our inner world and our feelings, but it also can represent the subconscious. So our moon sign can dictate those parts of ourselves that are sorry, I have a stray hair, that are very much hidden or in shadow. And I feel like there's this energy here where you guys this month are like letting it all hang out. I don't know what it is. I like it. But let's see what we got here. Yeah, okay. 3 of Cups. 9 of Pentacles. I love this. Some of you are like getting into your single era. And the 7 of Swords. Interesting. I want to look at this card but not take it. 3 of Wands. Okay. 8 of Pentacles at the bottom. Interesting. Okay. You guys are waiting on something. Work might actually go very well for you this month. There is something where, you know what I'm getting? There's this energy here. This is totally it. Of fake it till you make it. Right? 9 of Pentacles, somebody who's independent, who's like doing well financially. 3 of Cups. This is joyousness, celebration, partying. So I don't know if you guys just haven't really felt your best lately. You might be in this energy of kind of like fake it till you make it, right? Like, oh yeah, I feel like crap lately, but I'm still gonna make myself, go socialize. I'm still gonna do the things I know are good for taking care of myself. Some of you guys are gonna be in that space this month. Some of you, it's almost like you have this persona of somebody who with the Nine of Pentacles is like very much you keep to yourself. You like socialize with the Three of Cups. You know, maybe you're the life of the party. Maybe you're always like down to have a good time. But there's something about it that isn't quite right with the Seven of Swords. Actually, I'd like to clarify the Seven of Swords a little bit. You might feel like with the Eight of Pentacles, you're working really hard just to feel okay. What is the Seven of Swords, though? King of Pentacles. Okay. Some of you, it's almost like some of you care a lot about how people perceive you, especially when it comes to like your job or your finances. Some of you want to be seen Nine of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Like you're very financially solvent. Some of you specifically want to be seen like this by a Taurus. But something that I'm getting is that I actually feel like you guys with the King of Pentacles, you're more, it's weird. It's like you're more stable than you want people to think. Like you're more grounded, you're more practical. Because this is kind of giving like fabulous aunt energy, like fabulous auntie energy a little bit, right? But you're more grounded, you're more down to earth. You might be a more generous person than you want people to know. Yeah, there's something kind of like this. Some of you guys, like, again, there's like a fake it till you make it quality. And something that you might be realizing with the King of Pentacles is that you're actually a lot more stable than you thought. I want to look at these. Yeah, Ten of Swords reversed and Queen of Wands reversed. I feel like you guys are letting go of a persona. We have Leo energy here. You're letting go of a persona just a little bit. It doesn't have to be that, you never get to be the Queen of Wands. But there's almost this sense of like embracing your King of Pentacles a little bit more. Embracing being somebody who's like a little more chill, a little more grounded, maybe a little bit more career focused, a little bit more, like I said, practical, less like flashy, or needing to show out, show up. There's a genuine quality. Now, again, not saying you're not genuine, but it feels like this is something where you may have cultivated this almost like invulnerable, larger than life persona, even in just specific relationships or certain spaces, to hide who you really are, right? Again, privacy coming through with that vulnerability. And this is because of the Ten of Swords that's been very heavily taken advantage of, particularly by somebody who, I don't like to use like psych terms to label the tarot just because I think people, that's not my place to tell people what their experiences are. But I would say with the King and Queen of Wands, especially in reverse, because they're very like magnetic and attractive, when they're in reverse, they can like be like demand that attention, right? They don't just naturally effortlessly attract it, they demand it. They will hold a room hostage kind of a thing, not literally. But this is like, that's why I sometimes say the King and Queen of Wands in reverse can be like narcissistic individuals. So for some of you, that's like something that you've experienced. But it's like you created this like air of like, it's very fun, again, larger than life, effervescent with the Queen of Wands. And it's not saying it's not you, but it's not saying it's who you are all the time. And so it feels like this is a month where you're looking at that pattern. I want to know more about that. Yeah, death. Some of you guys, you've just recently lost someone. And it's like this has kind of shaken. It's like you don't have the energy emotionally to have your guard up as much. But many of you, you're ready for a huge change, especially with your feminine energy. You're ready for a huge change. Passion looks different to you now, or very soon will. And you're making space for that. The Emperor. Wow. Some of you are changing. We have Aries, we have Scorpio. So changing your relationship with a masculine in your life. Possibly a father figure, possibly a husband. Ace of Cups. Okay. Some of you guys, you're changing how you do things. Because you're, again, Three Cups, Nine of Pentacles. Your life has been sort of about doing what you want to do. And enjoying your time as your own person, right? Doing whatever you want, whenever you want, with whomever you want. And it feels like for some of you, this change that's happening is about, with that King of Pentacles, Death, the Emperor, Ace of Cups, is about making space for somebody else important in your life, whether it's, pardon my itchy nose, somebody who you're co-parenting with, whether it's somebody that you want to be in a romantic relationship with. This is something that you're very emotionally attached to. And this overwhelming feeling, right, this like overwhelming heart-centered feelings here, is prompting you in the month ahead to let go and kind of shed parts of like a false persona. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, and instead pursue something a little bit more stable, a little more, I keep wanting to say the word grand. I don't know why. But something more real, more tangible. It's not about just like projecting an image anymore. Yeah, King of Swords. There's like this matter-of-factness, and there's also a focus here. You know, we saw the Eight of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles and now the King of Swords. There's like a focus here on work or a vision or a goal. And so it feels like this is going to be a month where you're really getting to kind of like look at that pattern in your life honestly in order to let it go. This is going to be a really fruitful time. I'm noticing a lot of people in your spread so far. We are in retrograde, so some of you might hear from some people that you haven't heard from in a minute. Particularly, again, cut the deck, King of Swords. Particularly a Libra. Particularly somebody who is very career focused. Somebody who is not very gentle with your heart. Yeah, Magician. Somebody who wasn't dishonest with you, but wasn't direct either. Some of you might hear from that person. But this is going to be a month of greater understanding, I think. I hope that helped. I'm wishing you a safe, happy, healthy month ahead. Good luck out there.